Welcome back. Let's take a look at what Joel Embiid did to the Hornets last night, because he might be back in MVP caliber form. So it was Joel, 76ers, on the road taking on the Hornets, and they're going to take them on again. But we should just pick this up in the fourth quarter because it was such a close game throughout, especially on this play.
Yeah, we're talking about Joel, but oh my gracious, Book Night, I see you. Look, when you fall down off a dunk, that shows you that you were higher than you thought you could get.
Well, and then Joel Embiid takes over in so many ways, including that.
I don't think we've ever seen a player with this amount of size, this versatile, and look at his game. Like, one, getting a steal right there for Gordon Hayward, that's not a good part of his game. But then Oubre with the big three to give him a lead with a minute to go. But then Embiid doing what he does, that little pull-up. I'm telling you, this man is like Hakeem Olajuwon.
And check the clock. Ties the game, 119 all. Embiid can't quite get the friendly roll there. So we're headed to overtime. But Embiid did say that he is getting more and more comfortable in that closer role. So skipping off the court, ready for overtime. And boy, did he look comfortable as a closer.
No, he does so many little things well for this team. Look, he is getting on the glass. He is creating assists. Look he's got 5 guys around him. 5 guys around him, and they got to get into him because that jumper is a deadly weapon for him. But then here, Kelly Oubre.
Last chance.
No Bray, sorry, no good. But it was close.
Did you say Oubre, no Bray?
Yeah.
Oubre, no Bray. All right. Well, Joel was all over the place. He had 43 points. We are here with Big Perk, who's in the big monitor, and Richard. So, Perk, I want to start with you, though. Where does this version of Embiid, where does that leave the 76ers in the East? Because they were floundering a little bit when he was out in the COVID protocols.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have been injured and dealing with a lot of injuries, but when you look at Philly, their ceiling to me is the Eastern Conference Finals. They could beat the Bulls in a 7-game series. They could beat the Nets in a 7-game series without Kyrie Irving, but they're not going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks, okay? The Milwaukee Bucks are 11-0 when all 3 of their big 3 plays together this season. But when I look at Joel Embiid, RJ hit it right on the head. He's a 275-pound version of Hakeem Olajuwon with a little bit more in his bag. And when he goes into his bag, he's unstoppable. But the problem is another guy in that same conference who's really unstoppable on both ends of the floor, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
No, I completely agree. And one of the things that we've been seeing, especially
you have no choice.
I can't express to you how much I can't stand.
I mean, you have.
Hey,
that's fine, but you have no choice.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, what I was trying to say is when you see no Ben Simmons, where I really see a big impact, obviously defensive end in this, but Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris has been averaging 19 points a game last year, 19 points a game this year, but you've actually seen a drop in his efficiency. He is shooting 30% from 3, down from 39%, and even his free throw percentage is from 86 down to 80. So my point is that this team is in a very tough spot. Even with Tobias Harris healthy, and he played last night, I just don't see this team really capping, above what Perk said, and it's hard for me to agree with them, mainly because we've seen this effect. Ben Simmons is out, and it's affecting everybody else.
Yeah, well, but we're seeing potentially the Sixers be risers a little bit if Joel Embiid can continue to play like this.
Well, yeah, Joel Embiid is going to get him, but at the end of the day, this team was the #1 seed last year. They were a favorite. Joel Embiid was an MVP candidate, so we know their talent. We know what he's capable of doing, but they're trying to win a championship. That's their #1 goal. Yep. So, yeah, they're going to play better with them, as you should with any MVP candidate.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.